All right, everybody, we're doing this word is infinity thing. And I've been having a lot of fun with the word is infinity thing. And I'm drinking today. I decided to drink. And so, yeah, no, I want to blah, 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 blah about the word is infinity. And so, if we're going to be doing the word is infinity, that I want to talk to you guys about prophecy. So, um, And so, I mean, first of all, I want to state I'm just a journeyman in prophecy. I haven't pursued it as much as I'd want to. Um, I just feel so kind of uninspired. I don't know. Like, there's all this arrested development, and so it's like I don't know. But prophecy. Okay, so I don't know. One of the things I like about prophecy is that it's a word game. Um, and so I mean, let's talk about some of the prophecies from the past. So there was this Roman emperor, and he becomes emperor, and he goes to the oracle of I think of the oracle of Delphi, but he consults an oracle, and he asks the oracle, yeah, how I think he asks him, how long am I going to live, right? And the oracle came back and it said, beware, 87, right? And this guy was probably in his 50s or 60s, so he had a long way to go. And so he was happy. He was like, "Fuck yeah, uh, uh." But it was either this year or the next year in which history calls it the year of the four emperors, I believe. So four different emperors came out there and vied for the throne, right? And I think the winner ultimately was this senator who was 87 years old. Um, and so, I mean, this prophecies, it's funny, right? I mean, one of the things that annoys me today is that when people think about morality, they think Puritanism, and I think Puritanism is anti-morality. Um, but we see, like within prophecy, it's like a conversation. I mean, this is what the Book of Everything, I believe, talks about with the God of the Book of Everything. Um, it's a conversation, and within this conversation, we see a God which is laughing at the death of this Roman emperor. Right? That's like, this is a God you could like have a beer with, right, or have a hookah with. Um, this is a God that you could sit down and have a laugh with, right? Um, And so, I used to be Catholic, but when I see stuff like this, that's kind of been my experience. It's like, I'm a total journeyman in prophecy, and I mean, a lot of times, again, it's a word game. If you hear a prophecy, it's vague and glib, and it's a conversation. You're right. What is not a conversation? What would not be a conversation would be asking, what's the lottery numbers? That's not a conversation. That's like rude. It's very rude. Because you're just thinking about yourself, right? um, so that would be the wrong question to ask. But I mean, that's the thing about prophecy, right? In the Book of Everything, it talks about the Lord of Spirits, and the Lord of Spirits, I think, has 7 different spirits, maybe, and but it has all these different spirits, and in order to be whole, right, you have to have all the spirits within you, right? That's this idea of being whole, or being like holy or whatever. It's to have the different spirits within you. And so, in the Book of Everything, some of the spirits are work. One of them is definitely friendship. That's the spirit of frost, I believe. I think one of them is definitely me time. We all need me time. In order to love another, you need to develop yourself and love yourself. You need two whole people to form a true bond. And there's all these different spirits that he talks about in the Book of Everything. In prophecy is the same way. It's like in this first prophecy that I told you about. It's you see this humor there. There's this weird humor. I mean, I completely believe that because it's about the conversation, right? And that's something that we lack today. I mean, God is the God that if you're walking through the sand, He picks you up. It's like no, it's like maybe God doesn't enable our weakness, right? To put it in modern terms. So, anyways, oh my goodness. But like one of the things I like about prophecy, and you see this in the Torah. And the men who wrote the Torah were awesome because they knew how to do this type of spirit wordplay, right? I think you can see this in the conversation that God has with, or that Moses has with God, right? Where God's telling him, "Hey Moses, let my people free," right? And Moses is like, "I'm just a poor man with words." It's like that's a lie. That's he's good with words, right? He's really good with words. And but it's like I'm putting a spirit upon these words that most people aren't going to put, right? I'm putting like a childlike spirit. And oh my goodness. Oh man. Oh man. Being a wise man is rough. It's work. People think I'm lazy. Oh no, that's got some. I'm not lazy though. I work hard. Um. Anyways. Um. So, like within the Torah, you're gonna see not just humor. It's not just like this flippant asshole type God. You're gonna like some of my favorite moments is like you see a lot of intimacy. You do within some of these words, Um, like I think some like one example would definitely be it's like when God says I number all the hairs on your head, right? And again, like the praise belongs to the man, the Jew who wrote that. Seriously. Not to God. It doesn't belong to God. It belongs to the Jew who wrote that line about I am the God who knows all the hairs on your head. Um, that's the product of a man. Um, and the praise belongs to him. And because he's the man who wrote it. If you're having conversations with God all day, then you're not climbing that rope. Right? What do the angels do in the book of everything? The angels fly up above you and let down a rope. And the chosen are those who get up and climb. So what praise would Moses have if God did not let down that rope? No, it was all Moses. There was no. The praise of a man, or the praise of God is the virtue within man, right? Because that's that bond. If you are loving, then you are one with God. You don't have to win your battles here on earth. If you are brave, then you are with God. But if you are wise, then you are with God. And Moses was wise, unlike most of the rest of us. And this conversation between God and Moses never happened. Again, one of the prophecies in the book of Torah is that God will write the law on the hearts of the Jews directly, meaning it's a conversation. The law that Moses put out was Moses' beautiful conversation with God. Okay? But Moses didn't have to deal with flying cars. Like what if we put flying cars up there? Like me personally, I wouldn't want some idiot to be flying over my property and maybe fall down and kill my children. Now maybe this is anti-freedom, but I don't know. Like I would totally want maybe roads where you fly along, and there's a, a range in which anything within that range is dangerous of having flying cars falling down upon it. Roads, air roads, right? This was Moses' conversation with God. And you should have your own conversation with God. It's about intimacy. What's the intimacy of some man coming along to save your fucking stupid ass? And so, this conversation between Moses and God is, I think, very playful. Like, Moses is getting his way, right? God's like, okay, Moses, fine, have it your way. God is playing the fool. It's this playful thing between this bratty little child Moses and God. And that's the beauty. Like, if you put a different spirit upon these words, everything fucking changes, right? And that's the beauty of spirit wordplay. And I think that's what prophecy is all about. It's about that conversation. It's about a conversation, right? Now we were involved with this conversation between the Roman Emperor and the Oracle of Delphi. We were involved because he probably advertised it, right? He probably said, "Hey, I'm not dying until 87, so you guys better not fuck with me," right? Um, so he made us involved with this conversation. But that's not what it's about. It's not about Hollywood type save the world shit. It's about the personal journey, the beautiful journey that's not filled with epicness, but these beautiful small moments in our life. And so this was, this conversation was, it was playful, like it was just strange. Not what you'd expect if you believe that God is a Puritan. Um, but at other times in the Torah, God is very angry. You know, um, so you can see different spirits. It's like this is a being that you can connect with, right? People in our own day say, oh, where's God? God is dead. There's all these horrible things happening, and um, nothing. Where's the Savior? Where's this? Where's the Savior? Um, but one of the things I love to say is that if you ask this question before God on Judgment Day, then he will tell you, hey, I was there, right there in your heart, raging against all of this. Right? It was you who did nothing about it. But me, I've been raging all along, right alongside you. You know, so this is you know, this is you do see anger, you know. I mean, anger can be a beautiful thing. Anybody who tells you differently is lying, right? Um, I mean, if a dog is attacking your child, what do you need to do, right? You need to get angry and go out there and possibly get bit, right? Possibly get rabies or something. But you need to get angry if a dog is attacking your child. Um, and so yeah, no, I like prophecy. It's wordplay. That's what it is, you know? I mean, if you go out there and you're like, "What's the lottery number?" You know? It's like, "Fuck you," you know? Um anyways, uh you know what? I think I'm going to name this video I'm the new hierophant. Okay? So, Enrique Zoltano, the new hierophant. And I am the new hierophant because, you know, I totally believe we should test, because it's about the conversation, right? It's like, who is this bitch? Like, what do you have to say to us? Seriously, bitch. Like, um, let's test this bitch, and let's test prophecy. You know, it's about science and it's about the evidence. You know, we might not be able to find anything out there, totally, but you know, I think I believe we should, you know, try to do that. Let's go out there and get some volunteers. Um, they have to be coherent. They have to be coherent, and they have to be intelligent. You know, they have to be their own people. You know, nobody out there can say that they're being manipulated or even abused, right? We don't want to cause any abuse. Um, so it has to be all volunteers, and then we should examine the volunteers and you know, be responsible about it all. But you know, I don't think it's a crime for me to say that we should look for a new oracle. Why don't we? You know, in order to do so, what do we do? Right? It's about the conversation. We need to. Oh my goodness. We need to. I mean, the medicine nowadays, right, is just amazing. It is. We have just a lot of amazing medicine and doctors and scientists out there. And you know, I'm Enrique Zoltano. I'm the prophet of science. Totally am. I'm the prophet of science. And so you know, we get a lot of doctors, and we get a lot of not just doctors, but like medical researchers, right? So we get doctors, and we get also medical researchers, because it's the medical researchers who bring the innovations of of modern medicine, right? They'll progress us or whatever. So we need to get the practitioners and the scientists, is what I'm kind of saying, maybe. And we need to just trust in them, right? We need to just trust in them, and we need to trust in science, and we need to test. Like, let's test it. But maybe we'll test it and believe that, hey, oracle and prophecy is shit. Maybe we'll test it and believe prophecy. This is stupid. This is all a bunch of kiddie stupid shit. I'm Oh my god, like maybe there's just a void after death, Hey, I'm fine with that. But let's test this. Let's try to have a conversation with God. Seriously. Let's try to have a conversation with God. And so, I think we should, go to these doctors, and these doctors should administer, you know, biochemicals and science and good algorithms to virgin girls below the age of puberty. And let's search for a new oracle. Seriously, like that could be a lot of fun. Like if we had a new oracle and we could be like asking questions like that Roman emperor did, that would be fun. But maybe it's all stupid. Maybe it is all stupid. Like, oh my god, it could be. Like, let's find out. Let's go to these doctors and the scientists, and search for God.